Hizb ut-Tahrir HT have been banned, here's 9 very important points about what to expect next. 1. Expect high-profile arrests for terrorism to follow in the coming weeks and months. You see, arrests are a great way to reinforce the ban of the group in the minds of Muslims, and a great advert for the government's counter-terrorism strategy in election year. If you are visited by security officers or arrested for any allegation, seek specialist legal advice from a lawyer who specialises in terrorism offences. 2. Expect one offence to be used to prosecute non-members of the banned group. Yes, you heard me right, non-members. Ever heard of reckless support for a banned group, section 12(1)(a) of the Terrorism Act 2000? Well, this is likely to be the go-to offence for anyone promoting ideas and a vision synonymous with a banned group. And in this case, it could be this idea about unity and to, in quotes, establish a caliphate ruled under Islamic Sharia law as per the regulations banning this group. So in a podcast or sharing a social media post or during a Friday sermon, any content which seeks, in quotes, Islamic solutions to address contemporary problems, close quotes, you risk 14 years in prison. Because of the severe consequence, it is important to seek clarification from the police, from CTU and prosecutors whether promoting such ideas will or will not lead to the criminalisation under section 12(1)(a) of the Terrorism Act 2000. 3. Expect more groups to be banned in the next couple of months and years. Some in the firing line are paramilitary groups linked to states. Other groups are likely to be non-violent domestic groups which undermine official wisdom of a domestic or foreign policy, while other groups are likely to be direct action groups whose aim is to protect the environment or animals. 4. Expect these groups to be banned in similar fashion, speed and due process. A ban announced on a Monday, debated the same week on a Thursday, and the ban coming into force at the stroke of midnight on a Friday, just like this group. And any legal challenge will need to be made after the ban comes into force. And remember, not all the evidence supporting a ban will ever be disclosed, especially covert evidence like recordings or the use of UCOs. All in the name of protecting national security. 5. If a ban of a group is planned, don't expect much scrutiny in any parliamentary debate before the ban comes into force. It took less than half a Commons chamber, less than an hour's debate and zero opposition to ban this group, as we were told this was an open and shut case. 6. Expect more complaints by third parties against mosques and charities to the Charity Commission. More Muslims being stopped at the airports and being digitally strip searched. More Muslim people being subject to prevent concerns and referrals. And more trips by Muslim parents to family court to show that their children are not at risk of harm from them. Why? Because with the banning of this group, extremism and the ideas that make it up have just got a whole lot bigger in meaning and significance. 7. Expect with the new definition of extremism on its way, whichever party comes into power, based on fostering hate. Faith leaders, including rabbis, priests and imams, will likely be taken to task on their use of words like sin and hell. 8. Expect a great amount of Muslim self-censorship. Self-censorship from the pulpit. Self-censorship from Muslim national groups. Self-censorship from umbrella local Muslim organisations. Particular ideas will no longer be mentioned by them. And critical comments about foreign policy and colonial occupation impacting the plight of a people no longer expressed in public out of fear of consequence. And 9, expect a greater confidence in those with authority and in the media to teach Muslims how to behave with manners, wheeling them out to say, yes, I condemn the killing of innocent people, and then quickly wheeling them back in before they can say anything more. To conclude, banning groups is the order of today and tomorrow. Take it seriously. And for those in civilised society who peacefully stand in the way of popular nationalism and authoritarianism, and who stand for the dispossessed and the downtrodden, it is well to remember the words of John Adams. Power always thinks it is doing God's service when it is violating all his laws. Feel free to comment, follow, like and share.